The Galactic Council had dismissed Earth for centuries, a backwater planet populated by violent primitives who still fought over resources and territory. Humans were classified as pre-integration species 7291b, noteworthy only for their unusual aggression and bizarre fascination with fictional space travel. Admiral Krell stared at the tactical display as the Earth vessels approached. Their design violated all known principles of unified fleet aesthetics, asymmetrical, bristling with exposed weapon knobs, and painted with garish symbols. They looked, frankly, terrifying. Their response to our standard greeting? Krell asked. Lieutenant Dorn's antennae twitched nervously. They've requested immediate cessation of all Viraxian mining operations in what they called a sole protective zone. They claim violation of sovereign territory. Krell's upper eyes blinked in sequence, a sign of disbelief among his species. No species had claimed sovereign territory since the unified era began 3,000 years ago. The concept was practically mythological. Inform them that the Galactic Council has designated the outer reaches of all star systems as common resource zones, Krell said. Standard protocol. Sir, they've activated targeting systems, Dorn replied, voice rising to a higher pitch. They're launching fighters? The bridge fell silent. No species had deployed military fighters in centuries. The ancient art of ship-to-ship combat existed only in historical archives. Impossible, Krell whispered. Our records indicate they've barely achieved interplanetary travel. Sir, our records were wrong. Captain James Miller had spent 15 years preparing for this moment. When the alien mining vessels first appeared near Neptune's orbit, humanity realized they were not alone, and they were already behind. Humanity had done what humanity always did when faced with existential threats. They adapted, they prepared, they built. All vessels report weapons hot, Captain, Lieutenant Rodriguez announced from the tactical station. Strike groups Delta through Echo and flanking positions. Miller nodded. After the initial discovery, the nations of Earth had achieved in a decade what might have taken centuries. Unified purpose, shared technology, and the formation of the Earth Defense Fleet. Old enemies became allies when faced with the stars themselves. Open communication channel, Miller ordered. Let's see if they understand the language of strength. The alien commander appeared on screen, a being with 4 eyes arranged vertically on a narrow face. Miller noticed how the alien's posture shifted, something like surprise. This is Captain James Miller of the Earth Defense Fleet. Your mining operations violate Earth's sovereign territory. You will withdraw immediately. The translation system processed the alien's response. Your species is not recognized as having achieved the eligibility threshold for territorial claims. The Galactic Council. Miller cut in. We don't recognize your council's authority over Earth or its solar system. We've detected your vessels extracting resources from our outer planets for 3 years. That ends today. The alien commander's skin flushed a deep blue. This is unprecedented. No species has ever rejected. We're giving you 1 standard Earth hour to begin withdrawal, Miller said firmly. After that, we will consider your presence an act of war. In the Galactic Council chamber, delegates from 300 species gathered in emergency session. The High Arbiter, a being of pure energy contained in a crystalline vessel, glowed with concern. The humans have destroyed 3 mining vessels, announced the Viraxian delegate. They utilized directed energy weapons of unexpected sophistication. Murmurs rippled through the chamber. Energy weapons required manipulation of quantum fields, technology the humans shouldn't possess for at least another century according to all models. How did they advance so quickly? Asked a representative from the Mythosian Collective. The intelligence director stepped forward, his 6 limbs moving in perfect harmony. We believe it's their mythology, their stories. For millennia, humans have been telling tales of space travel, of conflicts among the stars. While other species developed space technology and then imagined its potential, humans imagined first, and then built to match their dreams. Preposterous, huffed the Viraxian delegate. Fiction cannot accelerate technological development. Their fiction, the intelligence director countered, contains remarkable predictive elements. They imagined communicators, tablets, automated assistants, centuries before creating them. What other species would imagine technologies so specifically before they existed? The High Arbiter's crystalline vessel pulsed brightly. What do the humans want? Recognition, replied the intelligence director, respect for their boundaries, and he hesitated, participation in interstellar affairs as equals, not subjects. The chamber erupted in objections. No species had entered the galactic community without centuries of guided integration. The humans wanted to simply join. Captain Miller stood in the observation deck, watching as the alien vessels slowly retreated from Neptune's orbit. Earth's first interstellar encounter had ended not with handshakes or cultural exchange, but with a show of force. Admiral Pavel joined him, her face solemn. The president extended congratulations. The Security Council is pleased. Miller nodded. And the aliens? They've requested formal diplomatic contact. Their galactic council wants to send representatives to Earth. Pavel handed him a tablet. They seem shaken by us. Miller scrolled through the translated messages. The aliens described humans as unpredictable, alarmingly innovative, and martially proficient beyond their development stage. They thought we were primitives, Miller said softly. They didn't understand that we've been preparing for them in our minds for centuries. Pavel smiled slightly. Our fictional space battles confused their analysts. They couldn't understand why a species would imagine something so extensively before it was possible. Miller looked out at the stars. Humanity had dreamed of this moment, sometimes with hope, sometimes with fear. But unlike the aliens, they had never approached the cosmos with assumptions. Send word to the president, Miller said. We'll meet their diplomats, but on Earth, on our terms. Outside the viewport, Earth's ships held formation, their running lights bright against the void. The galaxy was about to learn what humans had always known. Never underestimate a species that spent millennia imagining exactly how they would reach the stars. From myth to reality, humanity had arrived on the galactic stage, not as students, but as equals demanding respect.